I thought I knew glanced over to where we stood. I did know him. Marcus. I started toward him and saw him frown at first, then watched the frown turn into a big smile. Josiah Wedgewood, what the hell are you doing over here? Marcus Perry put out his hand, and I grabbed it. They gotta be desperate if they're gonna let you do any of the fighting. They called me special to come over here and clean the Nazis out, I said. You hear anything from home? My mom said that they're rationing food up in Richmond, Marcus said. How about you? Man, Bedford, Virginia seems like a whole lifetime ago, I said. How long you been in England? 2 months of sitting around doing nothing, Marcus said. You still infantry? I asked. No, I never was, Marcus said. They sent me up to Fort Dix and then down to Meade. I've been cleaning trucks night and day. I don't know if they expect us to drive them or sell them to the Germans. How about you? Still infantry. Still 29th. I got over here 8 months ago, and I'm ready for some action, I said. I'd like to tell my folks what England looks like, but they won't let us put anything on our letters about where we are. Same here. Marcus leaned against the side of his truck. Hey, wait. I did hear something from home. You know the Martin kid? The one with the gap in his mouth? He took his car to Bud Speck's garage, and while he was showing him how it kept stalling, it started up and he ran over the mechanic's foot. You think there's something wrong with that boy? Could be, Marcus said. Oh, here's my boy Grant. He's from Philadelphia. Grant was a big dude, heavier and blacker than Marcus. He came over and I shook his hand. You guys hear anything about when the invasion is going to kick off? I asked. Before Marcus could answer, Sergeant Duncan was up in my face. Soldier, are you with the 29th Infantry? He asked. Because if you are, get your narrow little ass over there and get into one of those trucks. Ride up in the cab with us, Marcus said. You're skinny enough to fit. I got in the cab with Marcus and started telling him what my mother had said, that the whole town was praying for us and hoping we would do well. We'll do all right, Marcus said. How you like England? To tell you the truth, I can't understand them half the time, I said. A guy started talking to me in a pub the other day and I didn't understand a word he was saying, Marcus said. He kept buying me beers and running his mouth, and I didn't know what he was talking about. I can't understand them none of the time, Marcus's friend Grant said. He was sitting between us. I thought they were supposed to be talking all proper and shit. I can understand them in the movies, I said. There's 5 hours difference between here and home, Marcus said as he started up the truck. You know what I catch myself doing all the time? Figuring out what the folks back home are doing. Like it's 9 o'clock here, but back home it's 4 in the morning. Everybody's still in bed. You thinking on what you're going to do when this is over? I don't know. Maybe go to college, or at least think about it. Marcus's truck was third in the line, and I noticed he kept a tight distance with the truck in front of him. How about you? I don't know, but I think I should be making some kind of decision, I said. I was pretty good in art, but my dad doesn't think I can make any money off of it. Drawing pictures? Marcus looked over at me. Yeah. Somebody gotta draw 'em, he said. Might as well be you. Hey, how come you guys got to go to a pub? I asked. They won't let us off the base. That's because they're only letting the transportation corps off the base, Marcus said, grinning. We got a better image than you grunts. I think it's because they need us to win this war for them, I said. We're not going to beat the Germans driving around. I might run over a few of them, Marcus said. We reached the waterfront, and I hopped out of the truck. I felt great seeing Marcus and was still smiling as I lined up with the other guys from the 29th. How many times have we been up this damn gangplank? Lyman was bitching again. I could do this in my sleep. There were some officers already on deck. I recognized Colonel Cawthon and Captain Arness. They told us to relax. Take 5, Cawthon called out. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Some of the guys started lighting up. There weren't any seats on the boat, so the men sat down right where they were. We had just about all got off our feet when somebody blew a whistle.